Hello?
Are you live now? Okay, I think you're live.
Are you live now?
Yeah, I think he is.
Somto. Hello, Somto.
Yeah, Chief, good evening.
I put my phone on don't disturb, and
Okay,
yet
go on.
a call still came in. How manage?
The same thing, I had that same experience today. I was in a
Uh-uh.
meeting. I put my phone on do not disturb. It's like do not disturb, no dey hear word again, sir.
Uh-uh.
You go still disturb because
Ah, wow. May they not disturb me today. Oh. Yemi, the YouTube link is showing video is private. Is it that you have not opened it for public? Yemi?
Hello. Hello, 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 hello. All right. Okay, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon from wherever it is you're joining us from. Hello, please kindly comment, drop a comment in the live, in the comment section, just so that we know that we are together. Okay, some people are still joining the group, so let me quickly admit them. All right. Please, if you are beautiful. Good day, good day, good day, good day, everyone. Good day to us all. Yeah, it is Yemi Solves here, and I'm super excited to have everybody joining us in this first of its kind tutorial session for MBA learners. All right, so you're welcome. Gina, I see you. Martin, I see you. John, I see you. I see you guys. You're welcome. Please, let's keep the comments coming. Imelda, I see you. I see you guys. Dr. Peter, I see you. You're welcome. Oh, amazing. From Kenya. All right. So many people are joining us from different countries. We have people joining from Dubai, from Kenya. So represent your country. If you're from Ghana, let's see you. If you're joining from Ghana, from where else? I think Zimbabwe. Uganda, Philippines, Indonesia. All right. So I see you. And if you are here from Nigeria, you guys are welcome. Engineer David, you're welcome. Omawumi, you're welcome. Okay, so yeah, I see everybody, and we are excited to have you join us in this tutorial session. One of the things that would love to this is something that we would love to see happen consistently, as frequently as maybe once or twice in a month. Okay, so maybe once in a month, let's see how it goes. And we hope our objective or our mission is to simply support one another to ensure that we want to make this journey as stressless as possible for us. Okay, we want your MBA journey at Nexford to be made simpler, to be made less stressful, and more engaging. All right, so we understand that many of us maybe we are new learners, or we've been in the program for a couple of months, but we are experiencing one or two challenges with our learning program and with our assignments or with our courses, and you need some sort of cushion, you need some sort of guide, tips, strategies that can help you to scale through this program more excellently and faster. Okay, so the purpose of this training, this tutorial, is so that you can hear from people like us, alumni who have gone through the program, gone through the process, gone through the whole ordeal, and then they came out in flying colors. All right, and these are guys who have demanding jobs. You know, there's family, and then there are a whole lot of other things that they have to deal with, and still they are able to combine this with Nexford and do it at an amazingly fast rate. So we are here so that we can learn from them. We can, ask them questions and understand how they were able to do this. How were they able to combine family with their studies, and they were able to get distinction in their MBA program. How were they able to do it? So they are here already. They will be sharing with us their stories and their experiences. They will also share some tips and strategies and hacks that can be beneficial to us, something that they did and was helpful for them, and they will be sharing them with us. So, and thereafter we have time for questions and answer. You guys can ask your questions, and then they will also provide answers to those questions. Okay, and we are hoping that this will be done with this in the next 5 minutes. Okay, thank you very much. So if you're excited, please type excited in the comment section. Excited, excited, excited. So let's have some energy in the room, some engagement. So excited, if you're excited, drop excited in the comment section. I need to know that we are following. Please drop I'm excited in the comment section. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right, great. So now I'd like to introduce the first speaker, our first facilitator, and this is the person of Mr. Christian Ebhoma. So Christian Ebhoma is a distinguished professional with a decorated career. He graduated with honors in chemistry from the University of Lagos and holds a certificate in real estate development and a diploma in international law and diplomacy. He co-founded Zeus Realtors Limited and is the managing partner at DC Innovate Properties and Assets Limited. He has over 16 years of experience in the real estate industry. Christian is a certified management consultant and a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants of Nigeria. Mr. Christian earned his MBA in Artificial Intelligence from Nexford University and serves as Nexford's Global Ambassador. He is married to Titilayo with 3 children. Please, let's give a round of applause, a shout out to Mr. Christian as he joins us. He will be sharing with us his story and a little bit about how you can scale through your MBA journey, some tips that can help you. Please, let's, a round of applause for Mr. Christian, please. A round of applause for Mr. Christian.
Yeah.
A round of applause.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you are connecting from. He has already introduced me, but the only thing I can just add is I'm Innovate on the WhatsApp platform. Innovate on the WhatsApp platform. So now, in the next 20 minutes, I will be taking us through some of the acts, strategies, and some ways you can ace your MBA in record time. And I want us to do this together in less than 20 minutes. If you want to jot, you are free. If you are doing that digitally also, that would be nice, even though this is being recorded. Now, first is to have a mentor. Have a mentor. Now, when I was coming on this program, the person who introduced me to Nexford University is an alumnus of this institution. So he told me about the program, and I was also privileged to ask about our results. She told me about the results, and I printed the results, posted it everywhere in my room. And what that does is the power of visualization. I was visualizing every day, looking at it, and I planned to replicate the same results. So it is imperative to have a mentor. You can't do this on your own. Don't be a lone ranger. Have a mentor. Now, in addition to having a mentor, you can also have study partners. Study partners, 1 or 2 persons that you can come together and be each other accountability partner. When we're doing this, some of us came together, the 3 of us that are here and some other guys that are joining us online now, we came together to form a mini study group, more like each other study partner, where we challenge ourselves, we motivate ourselves. When one person is down, the other person, no, you can't be down, you can't be sick, or let's do this together. And also, it really helped a lot. It helped to see that you are not alone. So have a study partner. That is very, very key. Number 2, set clear goals and agenda. A friend normally say, a man without a goal is a goat. And I agree with him. Once you don't have a goal, you are heading to a dead end. So if I ask you now, what's your goal coming to this Nexford University? Some people say, I just want to graduate. That is not a goal. A goal has to be specific. It has to be measurable. So if your goal is just to graduate, that means you don't mind if you graduate in 3 years. So have a clear-cut goal, and the goal must be written. The difference between a goal and a dream is that goals are written. If goals are not written, they are just mere wishes. So you write it down. So I wrote my goals down, and like I said, I pasted them at strategic places in my house. Anywhere I face, I look at the results. This is what I want to get. All A's, all A's. I see it every day. So once there is any obstacle that comes my way, I was trying to bulldoze that obstacle. Nothing must come on my way to achieving my goal. Then have a discipline routine. Have a discipline routine. You should be able to know what works for you. For me, as a father and as a husband, I know that I'm not, it will be very difficult for me to read when everybody's awake. So for me, what works for me is to wake up in the night and study when they've all gone to bed. That works for me. That may not work for you. So for me, I have to set my time and everything from 10:30, 11, when they've all gone to bed. That is when I will start reading. And very early in the morning when they've all left, the children have gone to school, my dad has gone to work, I cover some hours. So have a steady, disciplined routine. It will help you a lot. Number 3, utilize the Canvas app. Ensure the Canvas app is downloaded across all your devices. That helped me too. So you have it on your laptop. Of course, that is compulsory. It's pretty difficult, almost impossible for you to run this course without a laptop. So laptop is a requirement. Then in addition to have it on your laptop, have it on your, if you have 2 phones, download it on your 2 phones. Why? Because when one phone is down, the other one you can still keep carrying on. I have a friend that had phone issues, and that really affected him for a period of time because that was the only place where he had his Canvas app. So when you have it on all your devices, it doesn't matter when one device is down, the other one is also working. You can still be able to access your program on other device. And the advantage also is when you are in any place, maybe for those of us that have very busy city like Lagos, Johannesburg, Nairobi, and the rest of them, where you can have traffic, you can stay in traffic for more than 1 hour. So you ordinarily, know that you need to cover something in that traffic, so you just open your phone, get yourself some earpiece, then you are done drawing the module for the day. In 1 hour, 2 hours, you can cover a lot of distance. The next one, number 4, is master the writing lab. Oftentimes, I tell some people, okay, this is how to write reference. I said they don't know. I said, did you read the writing lab? Say, oh, what is writing lab? I said, what is writing lab? What kind of question are you asking me? On your Canvas app, did you see writing lab? Oh, I saw it. I just thought, no, don't just think. Go back and read it. In fact, immediately you download the Canvas app, the first thing you should do is to study the writing lab. You study it as if that your life depends on it. You study as if you're going to write an exam on it. Because inside the writing lab, you have all the procedures, you have all the rules, the regulations that guide your writing. So how to write your references, how to write your title page, double spacing, everything you need to know is inside the writing lab. That is the manual with which you run this program. So we start the writing lab. How do you want to do it? How do you want to succeed? So it is imperative. Yes, it's voluminous. It can take you a lot of time, but discipline yourself. Run through the writing lab. Number 5, delay gratifications. Delay gratifications. You set out your time. Okay, I want to achieve this in 6 months. I want to achieve this in 9 months. I want to achieve this less than 1 year. Something has to go. For me, I had to cancel so many engagements. I canceled a lot of social activities. Why? Because there is a goal in front of me. I have a target I must meet. And more so, I shut down a lot of irrelevancies on the social media. So except your social media is for business, if it's just to while away time, watch those social video on TikTok, you might need to discipline yourself within this period and reduce your time. Those time you can gain them and use them to cover your program. So delay gratifications. If you have been sleeping 10 hours, 8 hours, you might need to reduce a bit, for the time being. Then after the program, if you want to sleep a whole day, you can do that. So ensure you delay gratification so that you can achieve what you set out to achieve. The next one, number 6, stay ahead of deadline. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. Once deadline catch up with you, your marks will be deducted. And funny enough, I've seen a lot of people who tell me they don't even know the deadline. And I'm like, come on, are you for real? You don't know the deadline? Then what are you doing? How can you tell me you don't know the deadline? Immediately you come to the program, you're supposed to have gone through and know the deadline for each of the courses. As a matter of fact, I think for MBA, deadlines are normally on the 10th. And depending on the time zones, it can push to early hours of the morning. So for foundation, I think 6th, 7th. Then this should be ingrained in you. You should know. Set it on your calendar. If you are the type that maybe you forget things easily, let it be on your calendar. Synchronize on your calendar so that 2 days before it's set up. The alarm set on you so you will be in the know. And as a matter of fact, if you are pacing, you cannot be using the school deadline. When we're running the program, because we're pacing, we're not even following the school deadline. We're following our own deadline. We set our own deadline. Okay, by 3rd, 4th, we should have submitted the first module. We're doing 2 modules, I think, in that 10, 11 days, we submit 2 modules. And the school also made it very easy for us, such that on the 24th, 25th, they already released the courses for the next month. So if courses, 2, 3 courses are already released, like on the 24th, 25th, then it behooves you to start reading ahead. So on the 1st, when they open the portal for submission, you start editing and you start submitting. By that 1st, even if you are very lazy, you have not even done much, you should be able to submit at least 1 module. You should be able to submit at least 1 module. So it is important that you don't allow yourself to be caught up with deadlines. I run very quickly. The next one, read assignment question first. Yes, read a question. You don't just start reading without even knowing what you are expected. The questions, the assignment, you have no idea what to expect. First of all, before you start any module, go to the assignment, digest the assignment, let the assignment permeate your being, let it percolate and coagulate inside your system. Then you now go back to the beginning and start reading through the material. Now, as you are reading through the materials, because you studied, not just read the assignment, you studied the assignment, everything is coming back. You are providing answers to each of the questions as you read them, as you read ahead. The next one is very, very key. Avoid plagiarism. Avoid plagiarism. As a matter of fact, Nexford frowns against plagiarism. No, they don't take it lightly. So you do everything possible to avoid plagiarism. And there is an app, Tonity app, that monitors similarity of your work. And the standard is that it must not be more than 25%. So you do everything possible to ensure that your work is 25% and below. Of course, there are some cases where it will be above, maybe because of your references, maybe because of your, like accounting course, 60-50, accounting 60-50, then fin 60-60. Sometimes you can have like 30-something, 40-something%, because the financial statement of General Motors is the same. If I use their financial statement to do my work and every other person, so of course there will be similarities course. So in that case, some of these lecturers will understand. But for some other courses where there are no tables, where there are no templates, you are expected to keep your similarity score as low as possible. And of course, when your student score is high and the lecturer grade you down, or you can appeal. You can appeal. You can screenshot and say, "Oga, please look at what the Tonity score highlighted. There's no way I can be paraphrasing accounting terms, and it will be reviewed in most cases." You know. Then the next one is grade reviews. Yes, this one is very key. Number one, a lot of students don't know that you have the right to call for a review if you are unjustly graded. If you know that what the lecturer said you didn't do, you can ask for a review. In one of the courses, I think Dr. Sim course, I was the comment I was giving was copy and paste comment. It was not my comment. Everything he wrote in that comment were not mine. Number one, he said I didn't use inter citation, I didn't do references, and my work was littered with inter citations and references. If you see my work everywhere, every paragraph has inter citations. So when you now say somebody like that, in fact, my references were about 3 pages. So it was very easy for me to say, no, this is not possible. You can't tell me I don't have. So I was able to call for a review, and when he was reluctant, I went straight to the management, to the authority, University Review Committee, from there to grievance committee until I got justice. Yes, it was reviewed, and I was given my right score. Now I have been told to round off. The last one here is you have to follow APA 7. All your work must follow APA 7, and this is why I said earlier that you need to study your writing lab. When you study your writing lab, all of the policies, the rules, the regulations, the guidelines are there. You can even download. There's a copy of APA 7 in your writing lab that you can download and study very well. And I believe when you do all of this, you can be on your way to also smashing the MBA in record time. And of course, there's nothing that beats you having all this. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Mr. Christian. This is powerful. Okay, so before we move on to our next facilitator, I could see the questions, right? I could see the questions, and we will attempt to them. So please keep dropping those questions. This is one of the major reasons why we are here. One of the major reasons why we're here is to attend to your questions. Okay, all right. So please keep them coming. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So if what Mr. Christian just shared with us, if you learned something and if you think it was insightful and useful, please type insightful, all right, in the comment section. Okay, let me know if we're together. So please type insightful in the comment section. If it was insightful, please type insightful in the comment section. Type insightful in the comment section if that was insightful. All right. All right, please. Okay. Yeah, so thank you very much. Thank you so much. Okay, so I see that. Amazing. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our second facilitator in the person of Mr. Somtochukwu. All right, so and the thing is that before I introduce the next speaker, the thing is that like I shared on the group pages in the community, I remember saying that these are people who have been there. They've done it. Okay, they've done it. They've been there. All right. They faced a couple, if not all, most of the challenges that you are probably facing right now. Do you understand? Yeah. And the reason why they are here is so that they can share from their experiences. They can share the tips that worked for them. All right. The strategies and acts that worked for them. Okay. So Mr. Christian has built the foundation for us. Okay, he has shared quite a number of helpful tips, nuggets. All right, that he that he adhered to. Okay, and what Mr. Somtochukwu will be coming to do now is that he will be coming to show us some tools, guide us on some tools that we can use to help our journey to become much more easier. All right. Yeah, so that's what we'll be doing majorly. That's what we'll be focusing on. And as soon as we're done, we attend to every of your questions. Okay. So without further ado, now who is Somtochukwu? All right, is a senior software engineer with 5 years experience in software engineering, data engineering analysis, system designs, architecture and infrastructures in financial technology. Somtochukwu is an expert in AI ML integration, that's artificial intelligence, machine learning integration and automation. He has a BSc in computer science and he studied MBA with specialization in blockchain and fintech from Nexford University. So you're welcome, sir. We are happy to have you here. Over to you.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Can you all hear me? Good evening. Am I audible? Good evening. Okay, my name is Somtochukwu Akosa. Like he said, I'm a software engineer. I live in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm thrilled to be here today to share my tips on how to succeed in the Nexford University's master's program. As he explained, I completed this program last 2 months, and it has been a transformative journey. So I will be providing you with insights and tools that can help you navigate and excel in these studies on your program. So first off, I will talk about lesson learned, like Mr. Innocent has explained. There are some lessons learned. So these are the mistakes we did that we don't want you to do. So one of them is adaptability. The first one for me, adaptability. Adaptability in adapting to environments can be challenging. At first, it's challenging. Traditional classroom settings have structured schedules, face-to-face interaction, whereas online learning requires this kind of self-discipline. So I think flexibility is one of the things. It's one of the juicy part of this. This program gives you flexibility, and how you can make use of that is to create a dedicated study space, a regular schedule, and be open to trying different study methods until you find what works for you best. Yeah, what works for you best. Another one is time management. So balancing studies with work and personal life requires effective time management. During the course of this program, I struggled. Like he said, we had a group where we were pushing each other. I had a colleague who I have a colleague who lives in Canada, a lady. She's doing this program the same time with me, and she was a study partner. And she lives in Canada, I live in Nigeria, and we are going back to each other. And see, finding that time to balance this study, the work you do, and also meeting deadlines for assignments. It's a whole lot of things. So one of the tools you can use, in as much as Nexford offers you to integrate your study calendar with your normal calendar on your phone or your Google Calendar, you can still use Google Calendar. Set your plans. Allocate specific time blocks for studying, relaxing. Stick to your schedule as much as possible, and prioritize tasks based on importance and deadlines. If you have assignments to do and you have discussions to do, you know which one is more important. The discussions, you have to go connect with your peers. Assignments, you have to make research. You can look at what your peers have said and drive your own inspiration from it and respond. Assignments, you have to go and make research, structure it well to avoid plagiarism, cite it very well. So you see, it's how to put a precedence on which one is much more important. That's the thing. Persistence, persistence and self motivation is another thing. Motivating yourself with this program. Maintaining motivation through a long-term program can be very tough. I can tell you, this program was stressful. There was a month. I think I took a month off. Yeah, I took a month off. It wasn't basically taking it off. It was me thinking that I can live for like 3 weeks. I had serious work issues with time management, so I had to travel, and I thought like I can cover everything before I come back. Then when I came back, it was already a lot for me. I couldn't handle it. The motivation to keep going it's even down. The same time, I fell sick. I was hospitalized. There is work, there is Nexford, there is my health. It's as if continue the program has just died. But the thing there is, as overwhelming as the workload might be, set short-term goals to keep yourself motivated. Don't overhaul yourself. Overestimation is good, but don't over out of your capability. The workload is too much. Some of us do monthly, 3 courses monthly. Some of us we are doing 2. Some are even doing 1. Standard, you have 1 course for 2 weeks, 2 months. Yeah, 8 weeks for 1 course. You see, it's the short-term goals and long-term goals that was causing all the difference. Now, visual reminders of your long-term goals. Yeah, I'd like such as a picture of your goal or list of reasons why you are pursuing this degree. You want a promotion. This is the thing that motivates you. Let it keep motivating you going forward. But set short-term goals. I want to finish this. I want to finish this particular course now by the end of this month. I want to submit this assignment by the end of this month. Once you do that, celebrate those little wins. It keeps you going forward very well. Then study tips for active learning. There are a whole lot of techniques, and one of them is engaging in learning by summarizing information in your own words. Yes, summarize information in your own words. Teaching concepts to someone else to real world scenarios. This helps you to understanding and retention of the materials you read or you are reading. When we are doing when I think in my own specialization, I was doing I think there was this assignment on I should analyze inventory, take a record of the sales of one financial organization. I chose Stripe. I work in a fintech company in Lagos, Red Pillar Technologies, as a software engineer. I chose Stripe for my example. Then what I was working on with Stripe, I had to narrow it down to what my company is doing. So at that same time, I was getting this kind of knowledge and understanding. This kind of knowledge and understanding that yes, whatever I'm applying to this place, I have to narrow it down to what I'm comfortable with and what I'm experiencing every day I go to work. This is what the long-term goal mean. This is what the short-term goals mean. This is what EBITDA means. This is what the SECs are looking for. All this kind of information, narrow it down so that you have prior understanding on your own. Then also, when studying business management concepts, try explaining it to a friend or family member. Yes. Use case studies or personal experience to illustrate the concept. Whatever you're trying to explain. I was trying to explain, there was this diagram. Yeah, we were we are drawing fishbone diagram. I use fishbone diagram to analyze an issue that a friend of mine was having to find solution to that issue. You see, it gave me a good, straightforward fishbone diagram was because I applied it in real life scenario and I understood it very well, more than what I understood when I was drawing the diagram and everything. Of course, it took me very long time to finish that diagram, but when I explained it to my friend and used it to solve a problem, I got it like very well. Find the whys, the reason why there's an issue and how to resolve it. So you see, it is important. Then the next is consistent review. Some people are studying the program to teach the modules and just go and get the degree. Some people are studying it for experience. But the most important thing is you can get both at the same time. Even if you are fast tracking, you can get both. The experiences I got from Nexford for my program, as short as it was 7 months, I still have it with me. I can use it today to solve problems. Now going forward, I use it to solve problems. Communications that I'm having, things that I'm getting myself involved with, people actually see that yes, you are sounding a lot like someone who has done masters in business, because your language, your correspondence, your response, your perception of things have changed. It's not just the degree you got or the certificate, like it's in you now. So do regular review sessions, revisit previously covered material, force your knowledge, find areas that you need more focus on. Example is a Pomodoro technique. You study for 25 minutes, you take a 5 minutes break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break. You need different topics to keep your study section dynamic and engaging. Review several topics to keep your study session dynamic and engaging. Then healthy routines. That's the third one, healthy routine. Maintain a balanced lifestyle by incorporating breaks, proper nutrition, and exercise into your daily routine. Remember, a healthy body supports healthy mind. A healthy body supports healthy mind. Take short breaks during your study sessions or to stretch or walk around. Prepare healthy snacks and meal to keep your energy level up. Regular exercise like jogging can help you improve focus and reduce stress. Most times I do study in my office, at my place of work, during my break time, free time. Just walk down the staircase, come up, exercise, walk around, come back so that my brain can easily relax. The tempo, the heat can easily cool off. I continue because some people it's actually a new thing. The terms are very big. So when you are reading, say you are writing some big words that you go and later find what the meaning is. Take some break so you don't break down. Then let's get into assignment writing tips. Assignment writing tips. Like Mr. Christian said, clear understanding. Clear understanding is the most important thing. Clear understanding. Prompts and grading rubric. Understand the expectation and criteria for grading. That's what you need to understand first. It's good to write more than they said I should write just 3, and I wrote 5 out of excitement. See, I'm the one doing the wrong thing. It's because of excitement. See, you have missed the clear understanding part of it. The rubric says I should write 3 and I'm writing 5. Example, if an assignment asks you for critical analysis, make sure you understand what aspect to analyze and how to structure your arguments. And don't hesitate, like Christian said, don't hesitate to ask your instructor for clarification if needed. You can always reach out to the lecturers. you can always reach out to the lecturers. I mean, you can hold them accountable for not responding after 24 hours or 48 hours. Yes, you can always reach out. Then the second one on that assignment writing tips, thorough research. Research. Thorough research. Make thorough research. Use credible sources for your research. Use credible sources. Sources that are verifiable. Take detailed notes and keep track of your references. There are tools that can help you to do all of this, but I don't want to just get into tools. I don't want to get into tools right now, because if I start getting into tools one by one, there's a whole lot of tools. I'm still going to unravel them, which it's for the good use. I'm still going to unravel the tools that you need to, if you need to improve your writing skills, your paraphrase, your citation skills and everything, your referencing skills. But let's just get into the whole tips first. Credible sources for your research is very key. Sources like JSTOR, these are academic databases. JSTOR, Google Scholar. You can find reviewed articles. Articles that are reviewed by peers, so that when you cite these, it's easily verifiable. You won't run into problems with the or any sort of issues at all. Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. Then you look at structured writing. Structured writing. Outline, creates an outline before you start. The most important thing again, when you want to write an assignment, especially researches. I was told to write a research on a product that I want to bring to market, and I should integrate every part of the business capstone program that I did, every part of it, into that product. I was writing about a new fintech product that I want to bring to the market. Then you see, I'm very excited about what I wanted to write about, but structuring it so that my excitement, I don't dish it out in the wrong way. I'm looking for clear example on how to do this. You see, now create an outline. Let's ensure that our assignment has a clear introduction, body, and conclusion. Always have it in mind that you must always refer, even if it's one-paged work you're writing, always know that reference is a must. Let your assignment have an introduction, body, and conclusion. Reference is a must have. Then for a research paper, outline your main points, supporting arguments. Each paragraph should have a clear topic sentence, and it should flow logically to the next one. That's it. It should flow logically. Don't write a kind of research that don't write a kind of as is going from chapter 1, chapter 2, then chapter 3. The users will be wondering how they got to chapter 3. You understand? The users will be wondering how they got to chapter 3. It's confusing. It's confusing. Then, so let's always get our our reader excited. The lecturer that is going to read your work, let's always keep them excited with our writing. Okay. Then the fourth part is proofreading. Proofread your works for grammatical errors. A lot of people make this mistake. You don't proofread. You are so excited that it's done. Like, I did a whole lot of work here. Like, what I did here is 100%. It's submitted like that. Proofread your work for grammatical errors, coherence, and clarity. There is a tool I know some of us might know it. Grammarly, it's very popular. Grammarly, use it for your grammar checks. Then there is Hemingway Editor. There's a tool called Hemingway Editor. Use it for readability. The sentence you are writing is what? Readable. Use it to make sure that this sentence that you are writing is what? Readable and comprehensible to the reader. Then after finishing your assignment, take a break before proofreading. Yeah, it helps you approach your work with a fresh eye. That's another thing, another tip. Don't finish your work immediately. You are still in the heat of the process. When you are done with your work, take a break, take a walk, relax, just take a rest, a break before you what? Proofread. It helps you approach your work with what? Fresh eyes. Consider reading your assignment aloud to catch errors and awkward phrasing. Yes, I do that a lot. When I'm done with my assignment, I read it aloud to catch errors and awkward phrasing. Because when I read it aloud, some things might sound weird. I'll be like, what is it me that I wrote this kind of English? Like, see, did you understand? So that's what I mean. You read it aloud to yourself. You can easily catch errors that way when you read it aloud. But when you like internally, you might read something that is very, very wrong. But you be like, you pat yourself at the back that yes, let's keep going. See, that way you are slowly giving yourself deductions. Then for the tools that you need. Yeah, for the tools that you need. If you want to improve, these tools are to improve your writing skills and make sure that you are going to give the best work. So one of the tools, the first one for productivity, use Evernote, or OneNote. Use this app for taking and organizing your notes. They allow you to create notebooks for different subjects and sync your notes across devices. That's the thing. Like Mr. Christian said, log in your Canvas. Download the Canvas app on you have, log it in there so that you will say one device is off, one device is off. I think 2 months ago there is a colleague. He's using a Windows laptop. He doesn't have a Microsoft account, so he has his assignment. He's doing his assignment on his laptop locally on Microsoft Office without a Microsoft login or account. No OneDrive, no Google Drive, no iCloud, nothing. Then, unfortunately for him, his laptop spoiled, I think, a day before deadline, and the assignment, he has already done the assignment. You see, he has already done the assignment, but his laptop spoiled. He came to my DM saying, what should I do? What should I do? I suggested to him, okay, see what you do. Take out your hard drive, go to a laptop technician, tell them that you want to get the information inside this hard drive out, that I need it urgent. You see, he is already in that dilemma. But it's easy if you have your laptop synced to Microsoft or Google or any of these platforms. As you are working, Google is syncing your documents. Every document you have in your system is saved on the cloud. Even if your system goes off, you pick up your phone, you can still access those files. Even if your system spoils, or even if it gets stolen, you can lock your system with your phone, prevent access to those documents from your system, then access it with your phone, submit the document with your phone, continue your life. You won't have to start afresh. You won't have to start afresh. So that's the thing. Sync. Make sure that you utilize. There are so many cloud technologies out there. There is Microsoft Cloud. There is Google's own Drive and other things. Make use of all of them. a right? Then for project management, you have that is to track your progress and other things. Use Trello or Asana for project management. People that are project managers, you will know what I mean by Trello and Asana. These are Kanban tools. You can use them to set your deadline, track progress. Yes. So Trello and Asana for progress management and project management to track your deadline. Yes. For referencing, that's another most important thing. I see people when they write, I see people when they write the assignment, they will write a very good research. At the end of the day, they have issues. They will tell them that their referencing style was bad. They will just get point deduction because of how their referencing style. Nexford uses APA style, APA style. Then even in that APA style, there is a method, there is a way they write APA. There's a way they write it, which you need to study. But most people write it straightforward, or they don't want to waste their time on it. There are tools that can help you with referencing. Tools like Scriba can help you with the reference and citation generation. Yeah, Scriba can help you with that. Then you can still make use of tools like Mendeley or Zotero. Mendeley or Zotero. Mendeley or Zotero. Just put the URL of the place that you are writing your research from, the source, put the URL there, and Zotero or Scriba or Mendeley will give you a reference style, a reference to what you are looking for. It will give you a reference. I don't know if it's possible. I would like to let me see if I can let me see if I can share so that let me see if I can share. Let me see if I can share so that I will show you what I mean. So I'll try to see if I can share so that this will work. Okay, I don't think I can, but okay, I'm trying to share. Can you see my screen? I don't know if my screen can be seen.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Okay, yes. So I'll try referencing now. So you see what I mean by reference management. So yeah, now I'm on Google, trying to let me open okay. I'm trying to write a research on quantum computing. Google's quantum processing. So I'll open the URL. So I'll open the URL and you will understand what I'm trying to do. So see, I'm on Scriba now. want to write, you can select the citation style, but for Nexford, use APA 7th edition. So I'll just paste the URL that I'm writing my research on. I click on cite. Scriber will generate the citation for me, the reference for me. Can you see? Scriber did that for me. This is the reference of the article or research that I'm trying to write.
Oh, I think the network kicked him out. Okay, so while we back, let's see if we can quickly attend to a few questions. Mr. Christian, are you there? So while we wait for Somto to be back, let's see if we can attend to a few questions. Okay. Hi, Somto, are you back?
Can you hear
Hello?
me? Can you
Yeah,
hear
we
me?
can hear you now.
So
Yeah.
sorry about that. So I hope we all got the stuff I showed, the uh, the example that I showed with referencing. I hope that was straightforward. If I'm writing the research, it should be that easy for me. Just my I can make research. I can make more. I can decide to research on other things, maybe things like AI engineering or other stuff. And I'll just, once I get the information that I need, I just come here, still paste it, to try to generate, okay, unable, but I can cite it manually. If it's unable to do it, I can still cite it manually on my own without without even breaking a sweat on that. The most important thing, one of the one, he arranges it in alphabetical order. Just the way when I started doing my referencing, for the first time, I didn't know that I have to be arranging my references in alphabetical orders and everything. But you see now, automatically did that. You knew that this is D and this is what I. So you see the arrangement. He did he did that for me. So that that's the two I'm talking about. Then we'll move forward to the next two. The next two we'll move forward to the next two, which is Grammarly. For writing and editing, Grammarly is very, very important. Very, very important for arranging your works, to check your write-ups, to make sure that there is no errors. This helps you identify and correct grammatical errors and improve your writing styles in every research you're writing. There's also Hemingway, a writing tool that highlights complex sentences, passive voices, and other readability issues to help you write clearer and more concise prose. When you're writing, some sentences might not sound as clear as it is. But when you write it through these editors, they will highlight it for you that this sentence, yeah, it might it might spike some kind of misunderstanding to the. It will suggest replacement or adjustment to it. So this is part of it. Also, there is there is a tool called there's a tool called Linguix. There's a tool called Linguix. So this tool called Linguix, when you are writing and you write a paragraph and it doesn't it doesn't sound well to you, the paragraph that you wrote doesn't sound well to you, you don't like really, it doesn't flow with you, you can just use Linguix and change how it appears. Let me show an example of that. So this is Linguix now. I wrote this: educate our customers about the benefits, risk of using cryptocurrencies. This will help them make informed decisions and increase their acceptance of this new form of currency. You see this now, I might be having an issue with how my reader will understand it. Then what I'll do is I might rewrite it with Copilot, or I will just say no. I can use Grammarly to improve it or shorten it or seek for more ideas. Or I can just say this now, improve my writing. You see what it does? It changes it in other words. I can say improve it further. It changes it in other words, and you can replace and see what you are doing, so that you analyze how your readers understands what you are saying. So these are some of the tools that I have that I'm sharing. Then I have let me just round up with other things. Then space repetition, space enhance your memory retention. Apps like Anki use this technique to help you review materials at increasing intervals to make sure that you clearly understand this. You can create flashcards for key concepts and review them regularly. Some words, some things that will be like, when we are in university, we'll read something and we'll be like, yeah, this particular thing is going to come outside. This particular thing is going to come outside. You write it somewhere so that you keep reading it and understanding fully until the point that even if you can easily explain what it means. The another part is active participation, engagement. Participate actively in online discussion forums, group projects, ask questions, and engage with peers so that you can deepen your understanding and provide different perspective. When discussing a topic on a course forum, don't just read other people's posts. Contribute your thoughts, ask questions, and share resources that you found helpful. Then peer collaboration, group study. Form group studies with your peers to share knowledge, discuss ideas, and provide mutual support. Like Yemi Solves and Christian. These are people that I know from this program, and we'll form this kind of group that if any of us when we are studying, if any of us have problem with a particular thing that we are studying, we can reach out to the other person, clearly give you their own understanding. You can merge it with your own understanding. At the end of the day, all of us will have a clear understanding of what we are trying to do. The next one is practical application. Apply what you learn to real world situation through projects, case studies, or internships. Example, if you are studying marketing, try creating a marketing plan for a local business or hypothetical products. This hands-on experience reinforces this theoretical knowledge and helps you develop practical skills. It's very important. Studying blockchain and fintech. By the time I got to my specialization in blockchain, I was already looking into smart contracts, Solidity, Ethereum, and moralis. Technologies like this, trying to understand the full concept, write my first smart contract, get that feeling. You understand? These are hands-on experience. So my conclusion to my own part of this is my key point is adaptability, time management, persistence, writing skills, and active engagement. These are the key things. These are really the key things that are needed. The key things that are needed. Then I'm encouraging you to remain persistent and adaptable. Remember that challenges are part of the learning process and it can be overcome with the right strategies and mindset. That's the thing. It can be overcome with the right strategy and mindset. Trust me, when I was in this program, I had a whole lot of them. I traveled for work, thought I was going to finish what I traveled for on time, to come back and continue, and it was a whole lot of things. Like when I came back, it was so much that I had to even miss a month and face the consequences and other things. So you see, that's the thing. Always set short-term goals so that you don't overhaul yourself. Then the most important thing is believe in yourself that you can do it. Yes, if you don't believe in yourself that you can do it, there is no amount of talking that we are going to do. Even if we bring our transcript and show you right here, say this is it, we did it. If you don't believe yourself, you can't convince yourself that you can do it. So believe, then channel these strategies that we're giving you, channel it towards everything you're doing. And I promise you are going to be successful with this program. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sasomto. Thank you. Please, what do you guys think about all the amazing tips, tools that he has just shared with us? Please let me know what you think. Let us know what you think. All right. Was it awesome? Was it value packed? Was it insightful? Right. So please share what you think in the comment section. And so our time is fast spent. We need to go straight to questions and answer session. All right, and I will I will display the questions one after the other. Okay, and I will call on one or two either of the facilitators to shed more light in clarifying those concerns or in answering those questions. Okay, so okay, all right. So the first question we have here. All right, so please give me. All right, great. So the first question we have here says that, okay, so let me display this. It says, what should you do if you have missed three assignment deadlines? And also, what is the deadline on paying tuition? All right, Mr. Christian, can you please quickly provide answer to that, sir? What should you do if you have missed three assignment deadlines? Also, what is the deadline on paying tuition?
Hello?
Yeah, we are with you.
Yeah. I thought number one, advise learner not to miss deadlines. But if you have missed three, it all depends on if it is the first module. If it's first module, that is there's a penalty for that automatic receipt because you're not supposed to meet the assignment for the first module. So try as much as possible not to avoid missing assignment, especially the first module. Then for the payment tuition, you are supposed to pay before the 5th of the second of the next month. So they will have dropped the invoice from 20th of the month where the month of the current program. Then you are supposed to pay up at least before 5th of the next month. So if you can't pay up before 5th of next month, there's penalty for that. It might be your program might be halted. So try as much as possible to pay up before 5th of the next month.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. All right, Matilda, are you there? Please let us know if that clarifies if that answers your question, rather. Okay, so the next question here, let me quickly answer this one. It says, can you take a break between your MBA? Definitely you can. You heard Sir Somto saying that he took a month break. So you can definitely take a break. You can take a break. So if you want to take a break, you can send an email to the success team, the success advisors, and tell them you want to take a break. Okay, but you have to provide a very genuine reason for taking that break. All right, and they might even want to jump on a quick call with you just to confirm and then to guide you through it. So yeah, just send a mail to them. Okay, but you can definitely take a break. All right, so the next question here says, please, is there a way one can always preview work on Turnitin before submission? So I think I should quickly answer this one too. Actually, no, because Turnitin is an enterprise tool. Enterprise tool to mean that it is a tool that only an organization can give you access to it. Okay, so it's either your school, maybe the only way we could have had access to Turnitin, to use Turnitin before we submit, is if we have login access to it. So we can log into a Turnitin account, and if Nexford gave us that access, okay, yeah, but we do not have that. We do not have that kind of you know access generally. But there are other tools that you can use to check for plagiarism. So let me ask Somto to share more information about tools that you can use to check for plagiarism and to check for AI, to detect AI generated content in your work. All right. So I think that's why you're asking this question. So there are other tools that are available out there that you can definitely use to check for your plagiarism score and to check the AI generation, generated similarity in your assignment. So Sasomto, over to you. Hi Somto, are you there? You're muted.
Sorry, I didn't notice I was muted. So thank you so much for asking that question. It's most times I get that question a lot. People tend to forget that Turnitin is an enterprise application. You can't just go before you even have access to Turnitin. Turnitin itself will have to verify that it's an educational organization or research organization before they will give you access to even having a license to use it. So Turnitin, you can't have access to Turnitin. Check before you submit, but you can have access to see what your score is after submitting. So, but there are tools that can help you see. There are tools that check other online databases to see if what you are trying to submit has actually been submitted somewhere before. You understand? These tools can help you check if keywords or research that you're writing has actually been submitted somewhere before. So it will give you a percentage. Examples of them is a Qtext. Qtext is a one of the platform. I'll paste the link on the chat here. So you see Qtext. I think for a free tier, you can only check 500 words at a go. Yes, 500 words at a go. Then it will give you a clear analysis. It will give you a clear analysis of what this word you wrote is. It will tell you, does this resemble AI? If it resembles AI, it will tell you. Then it will still tell you, does this is this plagiarized? Did you copy it from somewhere? Or it will give you all those kind of information that you need. So that's it. Another one is Grammarly. Always make use of Grammarly. Get a Grammarly subscription. One of the things about Grammarly, people see Grammarly that it's very very expensive. I can't pay for it and stuff. You can pair with someone and pay for the subscription. You guys, you can form a group of 3 and pay for Grammarly subscription, a group of 4 or 5, pay for it and log it in on your devices and make use of it. It help you check for plagiarism, help you check if what you are writing is correct. So you see, those things are the most important stuff. Then also for you to you can tap into real academic research work databases, something like site. I even forgot to mention site when I was presenting site.ai. Site is another platform that you can do all of those. It can help you write your research very well and also give you scores on plagiarism and other things. So you can work with that. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Somto, for that um, response. So, just like you mentioned, I remember then for Grammarly, I think about 8 of us paid to get Grammarly 1 year subscription. That was last year, okay? And that was how I had access, myself and 7 other people last year, we had access to 1 year Grammarly Premium, okay? So this is something you can also do. You can find people on the group, and Grammarly Premium is helpful, all right? Yeah, I tell people that I don't stress with my assignments because Grammarly just makes life easier for you, literally, okay? Yeah, so the next question here says, plagiarism on PowerPoint presentation. How can I get that prevented? So, Sasonto, this question, I'm pushing this question to you. All right. So, this is because PPT assignment content. So, yeah, you can read the question. Please kindly answer the question quickly.
O- Okay. Okay. On PowerPoint, a lot of people, I think I've gotten that question before. Someone said, "It's PowerPoint now. How can they access the content inside? Because it's PPT." They forgot to note that once you upload it, I think the platform automatically converts it to something like a PDF and reads everything inside as a text. That's if you submit a PowerPoint, then check the review the Canvas platform. You would notice that it's showing as a PDF. So all of those things are converted to text. They can see everything. Like plagiarism, when you are writing, most people use generative AIs to write. Generative AI is good, like Christian said, but make sure that you keep it below 25%. Most people can feel like, yes, I've gotten everything, but it's not the whole thing. You've gotten everything. That might be the same actual model that you use that someone else will come in now in 3 minutes time and get the same model and to generate the same thing for them, and they use it now. You see, that's 100%, 100%, and both of your assignment is now 100% AI and plagiarism at the same time. So you can avoid that by, if you want to write research, if you want to do a PowerPoint, tell you can even if you want to use an AI model, tell the AI model, okay, I want to write a PowerPoint on this topic. Hmm? Give me guidelines. It will give you guidelines. Okay, tell you, okay, this is what slide 1 will look like, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, slide 5, conclusion. Then it's okay. Go ahead now. Use those content of the title of the slides that he gave you. Use it and go and do research. Use it and go and do research. Okay, tell you that slide 1 introduce the concept of data engineering and the system infrastructure. Yes, you have gotten what your this thing means. Then go to other academic libraries and make research on that. Don't depend on generative AI to give you that content again. You have gotten the headline. Go and make research. Then when you make research on that, you can use distinctive. Most times I use distinctive platforms that I people will rarely check. They said don't use. They said don't use Wikipedia. Don't use Wikipedia. Wikipedia it's not an academic platform that you can get content from, but you can get definitions and understanding of what something means from Wikipedia. Then use your own knowledge and coin it. At the same time, PowerPoint, you are not expected to write big, big words. It's PowerPoint. Just write the point, If it's narrated, then using your own words, explain what you mean. Using your own words, explain. But what you should write is points. PowerPoint shouldn't be bulky, because when you start to keep it bulky, write all those things, that's when you start dipping hand inside plagiarism. These are PowerPoints. Slide one should just be the title, content. If it's something that is to be narrated, during your narration, explain yourself. That way, they can't charge you for plagiarism in your own tone of word while you are explaining. You understand? When you are explaining with your voice, nobody will charge you that what you are saying, someone said it 30 minutes ago. Nobody would charge you for that. But if you keep it short, simple, because it's points that matters in PowerPoint, the points that you are giving, those are key power points. People should just look at the title of your slide, look at the content and understand. Then when you explain, you now settle everything down for them. So I don't really see it as a problem that people run into plagiarism in PowerPoint. I rarely see it, because PowerPoint should be your own idea of how to deliver it. You understand? It should be your own idea of how to deliver it. And also, citing reduces the whole stress of copied work. Change change even if the work has been written somewhere, change the way it appears. um paraphrase it, change the context. He is coming, instead of he is coming, he is on his way. Then you can cite he is coming sef. You can still cite it, but you paraphrased it. That's the key. So you shouldn't be running into problems with PowerPoint. Even if it's research essay, I can understand that. But when it comes to PowerPoint, you shouldn't be running into issues with that. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so this next question has to do with, okay, how can you find a good study partner? All right. Okay, my first answer to that is, I believe you are already on the tutorial group page, WhatsApp group page. Okay, so um, you can find people there who have like minds. All right, yeah. But for now, and this is like answer to your follow up question about if you can rely on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, so one of the objectives of the WhatsApp group is to also provide mentorship and support. So you will see people like myself, um, Mr. Christian at Innovate on the WhatsApp group, Somto, um, amazing people, Mr. Abubakar, Mr. Amisu Abubakar, Tosin, quite a number of people who will be there to support you, all right, to answer your questions, to provide guidelines. Okay, yeah. And even colleagues, people are still in the program, will also answer your questions. Okay, so in the meantime, you can definitely rely on the tutorial group to help you in the course of the program. Clarifies. I hope that answers your
I-
question.
in addition, you can also
Okay,
throw it open on the tutorial group that you need a study partner.
beautiful.
Just yes, throw it open, please. I need a study partner. You can DM me. So it works. I know those who that worked for. So there's no shame. Just throw it open.
Yeah, beautiful. That works too. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so I'll trade this question to you, Mr. Christian. The question is, how did you manage your time if you run a very busy schedule? All right, and this question is best answered by somebody like you. You're a father. You have companies that you are managing. You have your businesses, and then you have children. Okay, so how are you doing it? All right, so can you please provide
Yeah.
answer to this question quickly?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yemi, and thank you, Ungozi Adindu, for asking this. It was very tough, anyway. I must confess, and especially when you left school more than okay about 20 years, and having to come back to come and start. It was very very tough. At times, I feel like just packing the whole thing and just drop. Like who sent me message. But then I know what I'm looking for, so I have to go after. So, like I said in my presentation, I I developed a steady routine, because I know that the kids will not allow me. If I dare do it, it's going to be frustration. Even when I've made the announcement, hello, I'm going to study now. Daddy want to read. I don't want any disappointment. They say yes, we've had this, sir. Yes. Immediately I just go in, not up to 5 minutes. You just hear bag, 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 daddy is beating me. Bag, 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 daddy, I want to eat. You know, then at the end of the day, I will come out again, shout, go back. I just felt no, this is not working. So what I do is first of all allow them to all retire to bed. Once they've all gone to bed, I can now start my reading. Then in between also I try to develop ways to really maximize the time reading on the go. If I'm in traffic, I bring out my phone, try to catch up and then maximize that opportunity. And of course, if they've gone to school too very early in the morning and my dad has gone to work, I also maximize that opportunity also. So by and of course I also reduce a lot of there are a lot of things we do that are not productive. So if you excuse yourself, some idle visitations, some so you in Nigeria, what we call Owambe, Saturday party. If you decide to put aside some of this social activity for the meantime, for 6 months, you decide that I want to get this achieved in 6 months, no matter what, I want to do this. You will gain a lot of time, But after all said and done, you know yourself better. Do what works for you. I know some people who cannot read overnight. They cannot read in the night. So you have to develop other ways that you can read. So it's not everybody that can, like I was doing 3 hours sleep, max 4 hours, but I paid for it. During my last month, I crashed for almost 2 3 weeks. Yemi will remember very well. I literally crashed. I couldn't do anything again. I was just down. So I had to pick up myself after like 2 3 weeks, and that thing almost speed over. Into the first month of the following. I thank God that was my last month anyway. So I do what works for you. Study yourself very well, and I want to also add, find time to rest. Create, no matter how, yes, you want to maximize, you want to pay. Some of us paid for it because we're not resting. So with benefit of insight, looking back now, if I'm to run this program again, I will create time to rest. So please do not make that mistake some of us made. Yemi too crashed. Yemi too crashed. I remember, he also crashed for several days. Somto took a month off. Victor also took a month off. So many of us, we had one way or the other that the thing affected us. So create time to rest. Create time to rest. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, sir.
important.
Something you wanted to say something. You want to say something?
Oh, what Christian said is like very, very important.
Yeah.
As in the importance of rest, we cannot overemphasize it. Like,
Yeah.
as like
Yeah.
I traveled and I was like I calculated it. You know the way Mr. Sabinus used to put this and do his calculation. Say that I'll do
Yeah.
this, do that, do
Investment.
that, do that. Investment, like, invest my time in this, and that. That was the same thing I did. Saying I'll do this. Before I knew what was happening, unforeseen events because a lot of people like a lot of targets. It was January already number one self, and there's a whole lot of targets for the Q1. So things from work is driving you here and there, and you have Nexford before you know what's happening. You think that you can face the whole heat of the work during the day. When you come back at night, you face Nexford. When you come back at night, I'll just
Yeah.
open the laptop and I'll use it as pillow and sleep off. It happened several times. I use the laptop as pillow and sleep off because very tired until I was like, no, 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 no. This is not how I'm going to be living my life. I just took a break after the whole Q1 and the whole struggle. I rested. After I rested, I know I came back with a fresh energy. and
Yeah.
pursued it, and it was like that. I know that I did that. Yes, now that I took 1 month off, let me just focus it. I know another tip that we tend to forget is the stress that the
Mm.
fees put on us.
Yes.
The
Yes.
fees, it was very stressful.
Mm.
I
Yes.
remember
Mm.
myself. I budgeted this program. I budgeted before I knew what was happening. I ran away. My budget ran away from me because I couldn't even account how I was spending like times two of what I was supposed to be spending because of the way
Yeah.
dollar
Mm.
naira was fluctuating. You see,
Yeah.
those are the extra stress. So
Mm.
it's another kind of advice I'll give to people that are thinking that maybe
Yeah.
they want to do this. Do the whole budgeting now. If you want to do for 6 months, if you want to do for 8 months, if you want to do it for 1 year, budget the whole budget the
Mm.
whole money now.
Mm.
If you can do that, but calculate the money for 1 year. If it's a
Mm.
$1,000, $1,200, budget it. Put that money in your wallet. Put
Yes.
it on your
Yes.
NXU wallet,
I was about
so
saying
that
that. Yes.
you won't always like. I freaked out when I opened the portal to. I woke up one morning. I opened the portal to pay school fees. What I saw there, my eyes was paining me because it wasn't what I saw there like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. It was surprising. It was like as if like I had extra maybe 40% on top, which
Mm.
was a surprise. And in as much as it was by the special grace of God and other things, we were able to still
Yeah.
pursue it and finish it up. So my advice, if you want to do this and you have the means, budget the money for the total amount of months you want to do this program.
Mm.
Fund your wallet with that amount.
Mm.
Fund your wallet with that amount. If you have $1,000, put it in your NXU wallet. Pay it with your dollar card, filter wave, anything. Pay it now so that the whole dollar fluctuation doesn't affect you. It doesn't break you down. It doesn't put you in debt. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't put this is not the kind of when you say you want to go to the government and get student loan. No,
Mm.
it doesn't work that way. So just budget the program, budget it, make sure that
Mm.
financially you are ready so that you won't find yourself through we are talking about stress from even completing the academic work and then stress of even paying for it also. See, that's like double amount of stress. So that's my piece of advice. Make sure that you are prepared for it financially and sort it out from the beginning so that you even hold yourself accountable that I've paid for this thing already. Then I have to finish it. Okay. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was very insightful and powerful. Okay, so moving on to the next questions. Okay, the question about Turnitin, I believe it has been sorted already. It has been answered already. Okay, so next for to give us access to it, but they're not giving us access to it for reasons best known to them. So we just have to find our own way. All right. Aha. Yeah. Then please, I need a site for checking plagiarism. I believe you got that when Somto shared the site. Okay. Yeah. Now, can you mention tools that can be used for references and plagiarism? I believe you also picked that. Okay. Yeah. Then this question is for Sumto. Your MBA is what you currently do. I don't see any options in oil and gas or logistics or maritime industry, what I currently do. I just don't know which of these electives or specs. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, all right, so that we can be fast with this. I will share the Nexford catalog on the group again so that you can peruse all the electives and courses that are available for you, and then you can find the one that applies to your industry. Okay, yeah, depending on your interest. So, yeah, I'll do that, Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Pope Francis. I'll definitely do that. Okay. Then there's this question from Stephanie. Is everyone expected to start from the foundation stage before the core? No, not everyone started from foundation. Neither um, you're, those who started from foundation are people who, according to Nexford, do not have management, educational background in management or in business administration or in accounting. Okay, so if you have an educational background in management, okay, or in business administration or in accounting, you will not be required to start from foundation courses. Okay, you will only need to start right from the actual MBA, which is the core MBA. All right, so please take note of that. Okay, so yeah, can we use immersive reading on Canvas? Yes, you can definitely do
Yes.
that. You can definitely use immersive reading on Canvas. It helps a lot, especially if you're a working mother, all right, and then you have busy children. There's something Mr. Christian calls the battalion. You have battalion in your house, all right. This can be very helpful for you. For those who are not familiar with what it means, immersive reading simply means voice reading. Okay, so when you open your canvas on whatever browser you're using, it could be Microsoft Edge, it could be Chrome, it could be Mozilla Firefox, whatever browser you're using. When you open your canvas on your module contents, you will see a button just at the top right corner, right? It's like a speaker button. Okay, when you click on it, it will read out the module contents to you. Okay, so you can do that. Maybe you're in your kitchen, you're cooking, or maybe you're in the living room, you're tired, and then you just want to listen to the module content. It helps a lot. Yeah, so it helps you to also save time. Okay, I hope that helps. Um, okay, so I think what other questions do we have now? I'm looking for other questions. Okay, I'm looking for other questions. I think we are almost done. Okay, so for the tools, um, Mr. Somto and Mr. Christian will share those tips on the WhatsApp group so that we can always peruse and reference, and use them as references in the future. Okay, so um, for future reference, rather, I'm looking for other questions. No, you do not need to download an AI app. Okay, so I'm not good in computer programs. Please tell. Okay, I'm not good in computer programs. Do I have to download the AI app? No, you do not need to download the AI app. I think the only tool that requires that you download is Zotero. And you can even use Zotero on your browser. Then mybib.com, you don't even need to download mybib.com. Okay. But I don't know. Somto, do they need to download any of the other tools you mentioned?
So there is no need for downloads. Personally, I don't like downloading stuff to my phone. I
Yeah.
I like using the web. Use it on the web, save the bookmark. It's a lot easier for me that way. So there is no need for downloading any AI app. Just know the know the URL, visit it, anything that you want to search for. Academically, if you want to if you want to use an AI, I would suggest stuffs like AI is like Bard, yeah, Google's Bard. So if you but when you are using it, make sure that you are using it in such a way that the school doesn't frown upon. You understand? I think 25% is good, but use it use it in a smart way to generate insights, generate generate guidelines, not content. That's it. Generate to write guidelines to write research, so that it will give you guidelines that you use and go and make research. Okay, you can use bad.google.com to do stuff like this. Okay, so you don't have to download it.
All right. Thank you so much, Somto, for that. Okay, so there's this question: how can someone reach out for help? You can definitely reach out for help on the tutorial group. Okay, please kindly do that. And this question of using Opportunity keeps coming over and over again. So the truth is that, um, you know, like I said, Nexford is not giving us access. Okay, so you just have to use other tools out there, even though those tools are not as sensitive as Turnitin. Okay, so Turnitin is so, in fact, it is too sensitive. Okay, yeah, it is too sensitive. All right, so and that's why I have my own approach to these things. And just like Mr. Christian and Sumto also mentioned while they were talking, is that try as much as possible to proofread your work and write your work well. Ensure that the final output you're submitting is as original as you can make it be. All right. Yeah. So it will help. Okay. Yeah. So there's this other question. Okay, I'm trying to rush through the questions. So there's this other question. What do I do if I mistakenly submit a wrong assignment? Very simple. The moment you notice that you've mistakenly submitted the wrong assignment, two things. First of all, send an email directly to the lecturer, okay, via the Nexford Canvas inbox. So it works just like your Gmail or Yahoo Mail or whatever email platform you're familiar with. Okay, so it works just like email. So go to the inbox, it's on your Nextdoor canvas. Okay, it's part of the menu there. Just go there and then you can email your lecturer and then quickly apologize for the oversight or for the mistake or whatever, and attach the assignment. Do you understand? The corrected assignment document, attach it in that particular email. And please let me tell us something. Let me quickly say this. Whenever you have the need to reach out to lecturers, either to ask for a grade or to ask for whatever, always write in a gratitude tone. All right. Ensure that you thank them, and be professional. Be as professional as possible. Ensure that your email is not rash. It's not just anyhow. Okay, make it as professional as possible. And when you also thank them for their work and for whatever it is that they do, it helps to make things easier for you. Okay, so I do that a lot. Okay, thank them, hail them, appreciate them for all the good work that they are doing. Right? Yeah. So, and second thing is that send a mail to the IT support. Now, the reason why you need to send a mail to the IT support is that sometimes the IT support might see the assignment first. So when they see the assignment first, what they will do is that the IT support will upload the corrected assignments on your behalf before the lecturer grades it. Do you understand? But if peradventure the lecturer sees the assignment first, then the lecturer will just grade your corrected assignment instead of grading the wrong assignment you mistakenly submitted. Okay, so that's how it works. And
Mm.
if peradventure the wrong assignment has already been graded before you realize that, oh my, I submitted the wrong assignment, then what you need to do is to send a mail to the lecturer and send a mail to the IT support requesting, and explaining yourself, and of course it will be reviewed. It will be reviewed.
Yes.
Rest assured. Okay.
Can I also add?
However, oh, okay, please go ahead.
Now, to prevent submitting wrong assignments, the way you store your work also matters. Store your work very well and rightly. For instance, ACC 6050, milestone 1, final. Now, if you put final in the front, you know that you've completed. This is the final work that you want to submit. So, ACC 6050, milestone 1, in bracket, final. That final suggests that this is the one you have completed, you've done everything, and you are ready to submit. Now, if you do not store it very well, you have a CC system. So when you open your file, you see a lot of ACC system by so one. So out of maybe while you were rushing, you just pick one, you submit, and later you discover that it was the one you've not had a reference. Then that is when you now start having wrong submission. But when you label it, if you know you done with the final work, label it final. It shows that, okay, this is the one I've added reference, I've added conclusion, I've added every other thing. This is the one I'm going to submit. So you annotate it and label it correctly. By so doing, you will not have any problem with wrong submission. None. You will not have anyone.
Amazing. Thank you, sir. And just to add to that, another thing that I do is that I work on cloud. So I use Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets. Okay. So all my assignments are saved just as I write them. Okay. And when I download,
Mm.
I have a structured folder on my local device for each of the courses. Okay. And then I structure them just like Mr. Christian said. So that way, when you name them properly, it is there's no way you submit the wrong assignment. It will never happen. Do you understand? Okay, so I hope that helps. Okay, so many questions here. Oh my god. Please, how can I link OneNote with Canvas on my devices? I don't know if that's possible. Somto, is that possible? I don't think
Okay.
so.
So how can I do what? Link
Link OneNote with Canvas on my
one note.
devices.
Okay, let me say one thing. Canvas is it's fully has a fully integrated Microsoft. I don't know if you have noticed this, but you can use that login details and log in on a Microsoft account, and you can access everything. So that's Microsoft OneNote. You have it at your pocket with your Nexford login details. Even if you upload the assignment to submit the assignment, you can still go into folders and still find all those assignments. So you already have a Microsoft account with that Nexford University login email and password. Just know that you already have an account. So automatically you are connected. You can even go to OneNote if you are logged in on your Canvas right now, and then Microsoft is logged in with that account. You can go to OneNote automatically. It's open for you. So you understand? That's a full Microsoft account right there, and you can use it for everything. Microsoft 365 is fully activated on that account as long as you are still a student. Okay, so you can enjoy that
Okay.
benefit.
All right. All
Okay.
right. Thank you.
How?
Okay. So, all right. So there's this question from Basi. How do we write in-text citation in PowerPoint? It's just the same way you do in your Word document. Okay. So you cite it. You can cite the PowerPoint content itself, and then you can also cite your speaker's notes. Okay. If you write speaker's notes, all right. So you can cite your speaker's notes, and then your references. You will have references slides, which should be your last slides. Okay. Yeah, so it's just normal process, but this time around, one is in Word document and one is in PowerPoint. So it's still the same thing, nothing different per se. All right. Does citing a work take care of plagiarism? Okay, how do I quickly answer this? Now, the thing is that it is not a yes or no answer. Okay, so but let me try and explain the idea of plagiarism. Okay, so there are different types of plagiarism. There is self-plagiarism. There is self-plagiarism is if you plagiarized yourself. For example, in BUS 6100 you wrote something, and then in BUS 6120 you now wrote something that you already wrote in BUS 6100, even though you were the one who wrote it in BUS 6100. Okay, that is self-plagiarism because you copied yourself. Okay, now, and in plagiarism, the idea of plagiarism is that don't copy somebody else's work verbatim. That's the idea of plagiarism. Okay, don't copy somebody else's work verbatim, including your own
Mm.
work. Do you
Paraphrase.
understand? Aha. Ehen.
Paraphrase.
And if at all you have to copy, the idea of copying is you understand the idea, the concept of that work, understand it, all right, let it permeate, and then you now reproduce it in your own words. All right, and let me tell you something, paraphrasing is not changing words, is not synonymizing, right? That is, maybe you just change the word with synonyms. That's not paraphrasing. Okay, paraphrasing is you change the presentation of the idea or the concept. Okay, now the reason why I am saying this is because citing a work that you copied does not cancel that the fact that you plagiarized it. Do you understand? The purpose of citing is to give give credit to the original author of that particular idea or concept. That's the purpose of citing. All right, it is to uphold academic integrity because in the academic environment you are expected to build on other people's work. So you cannot say, it's just like how Dr. Abotono usually say it, that you cannot tell me that the ideas you are saying or the concepts you wrote for me are your original content. There's no way. That was how Dr. Abotono mentioned that. See, you can't tell me that this is your original idea. Even though it is your original idea, go out there and find somebody must have said something about this thing. Do you understand? Yeah, go and find it. So you cannot just say it's my original idea. So that's the purpose of citing. Purpose of citing is because you are you are recognizing the fact that whatever it is you are doing is built on the works of others. Okay, so citing is not to cancel out plagiarism. Do you understand? Aha. So, but in plagiarism, the idea of plagiarism is don't copy somebody else's work word for word verbatim. Do you understand? And there's something I always say. Since I noticed that turnitin is too sensitive, I gave myself a very strict rule. I told myself I am not doing in-text in-text quoted citation again. This is what it means. There are different ways you can, so there is paraphrasing, all right, and then there is what we call quoted text. Do you understand? So let's say, for example, maybe somebody said the book is fine, all right. I can paraphrase it and say, um, the words is not come, but I can paraphrase it and put it in my own words and say in brackets, Adetayo 2024, close bracket, I have cited it. Okay, it is paraphrased, in text citation, done. Now, I cannot decide to say book is fine, just like Adetayo said it, but I will not quote it. The book is fine, quoted. All right. The reason why I quoted it is because I did not paraphrase it. I just lifted the exact way he said it from the original author, and then I put it in quotes and I said the book is fine. All right. Now that is quoted text. Okay. Now, which I can also cite. But Turnitin does not want to hear that it is quoted text or not quoted text. Turnitin will flag it. Do you understand? So I just told myself, see, I am not doing quoted text at all. So all my works are paraphrased. Do you understand? Paraphrased, paraphrased, paraphrased. Do you understand? So I do that because I use that to reduce my similarity score. Okay, you can also try that. Okay, but I hope it answers your question. To know more about plagiarism, types of plagiarism, how to avoid plagiarism, how to paraphrase properly, etc., etc., please study your writing lab. Study your writing lab. It is very important. It is like your second Bible. In fact, as far as Nexford is concerned, your writing lab is your Bible. Please study it. All right, thank you. Oh my, more questions. People of God, should we continue answering questions? Or we should stop? These questions are
Let's continue. If they have more questions, if there are more, I think
Eh,
I can see some questions concerning the school fees. Yeah,
okay.
I think I can
All
see
right.
some questions
Yeah.
concerning.
Okay,
Can you
let's
just
take
check
them
it?
in order.
Yeah, take
Let's
them
take
in
them in
order.
order then. Let's continue.
Okay.
So there's this question on Rosaline. Okay, need more explanation on Rosaline. Okay. Mr. Christian Somto, would you like to take that?
Okay. Rosalind. Initially, when I started hearing Rosalind Chef, I used to think that it was one of the ladies that used to work for Nexford. That you reach out to her and schedule your proctored assignment. I forgot that it was a platform. I didn't know that it was a platform. So Rosalind, what Rosalind does is a proctored assignment. Some of these assignments and work. They want to watch you do it so that you don't they watch how you do monitor they want to monitor you do the assignment, make sure that what you are writing is your own ideas. The Rosalind platform, if you open it, you can't leave unless you want to forfeit the exam or unless you are done. You can't copy, you can't paste, that you can't open another tab. Your camera is always in front of you and it's always monitoring all your activities. It's keeping track of noises, it's keeping track of movement, it's keeping track of your eye movement. Everything your eye is doing, it's keeping track of it. So whenever you want to write when you have a proctored quiz or assignment or exam with Rosalind, always prepare because you don't know what you are going to see. It's not like the one you see. You go and meet your colleague to know what's there. Have you done it before? You might see a different thing. I think most times it's quite different for everybody. So what you just do is take the tips that we shared before, study the content. Most Rosalind they come at the end of a particular module, which will show you that that content of that Rosalind quiz might be the stuffs about that particular module. You understand? So you don't have to go back to module one and stuff or to start reading, or you might still go to module one to get the normal knowledge, the good knowledge of the particular course. But you always have to like be prepared before you open the Rosalind, because once you open it and you start writing, there is no turning back until you are done. And also make sure you have good network. Good network. Make sure the camera of your laptop is good, and make sure that your laptop is charged. Your laptop is charged. That one is very, very important, so that you won't be writing a exam and all of a sudden your laptop will trip off. And make sure you have a good laptop. Yeah, it's important before you writing on something happen. And also just make sure you study well. There's nobody
Yeah.
you can ask question. There's nobody. You can't create a new tab. You can't pick up your phone to browse. Like you
Yeah.
can't. Your focus is always on the device.
Yeah.
You keyboard I used to type. I noticed that some is like maybe I noticed that some keys are not even working. So when you're Rosalie, you can't press escape. You can't do
Wow.
command shift tab on MacBook to maybe switch. If you leave the
Yeah.
if you exam has ended, so you see,
Yeah.
it's just giving us that vibes of jam that we did those
Yeah.
years. That
Mm-hmm.
if you walk out of the jam hall, you are done.
You're done.
So and the exam is one time exam. But
Yeah.
I think I noticed that most people are getting grace nowadays too. If you have
Y-
issues, you can write to the IT department and
Yeah.
write to
Exactly.
success, and it will be
Yeah.
sorted out and you will take it. They will cancel it for
Yeah.
you. But not everybody gets
Only
that.
if it is network issue, though. Only if it
Yes,
is network issue.
that's why you have to
Only if
find
it is
the. They
network
might
issue.
hold even hold you accountable. I've heard the case of somebody they held the person accountable for the network issue because you have to be prepared, and also always have your ID card whenever you want to start a Rosaline exam, because they ask you to show your ID to verify yourself. So show your ID that shows a clear photo of you. That's very, very important. Show an ID that has a clear photo of you and appear good. That's another
And
thing.
Yeah.
and for
Appear.
Roslyn, have a sound internet. Let your internet
Yes,
be very fast
a
and
sound,
okay.
a sound internet.
Yeah.
Nowadays, sound internet is the thing. Have it so that you won't be writing online, but look at but in another way you are offline. You don't know that your
Yeah.
internet is
Yeah.
disconnected.
Internet is the major challenge for many people. Rosemary. Internet is major challenge, and like I always tell people, right? The questions the questions are very simple to answer. Like
Yes.
my opinion, I can say anywhere that Roslyn assignments are the simplest. They are even
Yeah.
simpler.
Yeah.
They are even
Yeah.
simpler than the one that we are doing research up and down, turn it in here, turn it in there, plagiarizing there, citation here and there.
Exactly.
Roslyn is very simple. I have never taken more than 5 minutes in any of the Roslyn, and I still write more than 500 words.
Yes. Now
Right?
because it
Like
will be
they are the
flowing.
simplest. So the only thing that can give you issue is internet, network, and all of those things. And let me share a little bit of my experience. There was a time I had network issue. My router was somewhere across the room, all right, and then the network was off. It was saying unstable. And thank God I had written my 500 words. I just wanted to do fine tuning and formatting and everything. And I said, let me stand up and go and pick the router and shake it and see what was happening. Before I came back, this guy don't submit. It shocked me. It is still submitted. All right. So I advise people that please just keep whatever is providing you internet, just keep it close, router Wi-Fi, so that if it's doing anyhow, you can quickly you can just extend your arm to check it and whatever. Okay. So please, network are just is the only thing that can give you issues. All right. And there's some technical stuff that some two already mentioned. But it's in essence, it's a very simple assignment to do. Very simple. Always simple. Always. Always. Okay, all right. I think we have just few questions to go. All right. So this question about tuition, okay, I think it has already been answered. The idea is when you load 1 million on your portal, it is converted to dollars. Okay, so that means you paid or you saved it in your on your portal with the current exchange rate at which you loaded the money. Okay, so whatever fluctuations happen to the exchange rate no longer affect the money that is already on your portal. So that's what Somto is trying to say. All right. And that's if you have the money in bulk anyway. All right. And yeah, I learned that some people took loans just to, offset their bills earlier before the exchange rate issue came, affected it. So you can do something like that if you are able to find that opportunity. Okay, but yeah. And let me share something with us. Okay, so there are 73 people here. There are people working in the background, to create some form of cushion for some tuition cushion for people in Nigeria. Okay, that is working with banks. Okay, something is going on in the background to see how this can be done. They are in discussion with Nexford to see how they can create a form of tuition realization, right, for Nigerians. Okay, so yeah, so just to let us know. So fingers crossed, it might be helpful for current learners and upcoming learners. Okay, yeah. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Do we have a software converter to convert videos to written words? Somto, do we?
Yes, I this question, this question that you are getting, I'm coming. Oh my god! You know, there is a software then that we are using to there is a website that we are using then
To
to
summarize YouTube videos, right?
yes. Yeah,
You can use that. But
I can't
what
even I
he's
can't
asking, eh?
I know. It is I can't even remember the URL.
Okay, I can remember. I can remember. I can still find it in my, but I can remember the one I use often. I
Okay,
use
yes, I remember it now. It's Notes. It's Notes GPT. Yeah, I
oh
remember now.
yes, not GPT.
Yeah,
Not
Notes
GPT.
GPT.
Yeah.
So when most times they just drop a link. They drop a link to a video and tell us to go and watch. Out of all the links to YouTube video that they drop, I think the only one I like watching is I've forgotten that
TEDx
their
talks.
eh
TEDx
not
talks.
TED Talks. Yes, I think I only love TED Talks because it's always insightful to watch it, and I think there is one that caught my attention. But other ones that they'll be talking about one big stuff or another stuff that might be confusing. I just look at some of the videos that may be very long, maybe some of them 30 minutes. And I sit down 30 minutes, watch video, and it's easier for me to read. And now watching videos and hearing what they are saying, sometimes what they are saying going in from from one ear is coming out from the other one. So it's kind of a challenge for me. So there is Note GPT. Notes. If it's a YouTube, I just paste I just paste the link, yeah, the
Yeah.
URL. I just
Yeah.
paste it. Once I just paste it direct, I've gotten what I want. It will
Yeah.
summarize. It will summarize everything. It will give me transcribe the video, everything that they said. It will
Yeah.
transcribe it for me. Then at the same time, I can ask you to what summarize the transcript. You understand? It will summarize the transcript for me directly, and I would get the whole insight. So I think you guys can use that if you are not fully interested in watching videos, but you want to understand. So just use no GPT and summarize. Okay, thank you.
All right. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, to add to that, I use Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, because I use Microsoft Edge browser. So my Copilot is integrated. So what I do is that when I open the YouTube video, I just open my Copilot menu, that's on the sidebar, and then I can automatically generate video summary. So it just summarizes the YouTube video for me, and it's very easy, fast, and simple. So you can also try that. Then another tip for videos is if you're watching, I think there were courses that I think it was 6100 and two other courses like that that we were redirected to LinkedIn learning videos. Okay, so and usually for those courses they took questions from the videos. Okay, so what I do is that I just read the transcript. So the LinkedIn learning videos have um, transcripts too. That's if you're using your browser, your desktop or laptop browser. Okay, so you can just read through the transcripts, and then it's also a way for you to consume the content faster. All right. Then for reading blog articles, okay, so there was, we were also there were articles were were also that were also part of the module contents and we are expected to read. What I do is that I change it to reading mode. So when I change it to reading mode, it removes all the distraction, all the Google AdSense, whatever banners and all. So I can just speed read and read faster that way. Okay, and then it's also lightweight on my browser. Okay, so it's also something that you can do to help you read faster and study faster. All right, so I think we have just one more question to go. Wow. Oh, okay, two more questions. Okay, so um, okay, the question says, thank you so much. Please, can you write more than 4 pages if the assignment is asking for 4 pages? Yes, definitely, you can. You can. What you should not do is to write lesser than the number of pages you were told to write. So if they say write between 2 to 4 pages, then don't it should not be lesser than 2 to 4 pages. Well, it can definitely be more. All right, except for 5003, which many people are not doing again because they've changed the foundation program. I think it's only 5003 lecturer, that's Dr. Gifreda, that said, I don't like too much talk. But other lecturers, I beg, give them back to back, okay? Yeah, ensure your content is as solid as it can be, even though it may be more than the number of pages that they have. Okay, so nobody has ever been penalized for doing more. All right, but you can definitely be penalized for doing less. And I remember this thing happened to me in one of the roasting assignments. The roasting assignment said you should write 300 to 500 words, if I can remember. So I think I already wrote 550 words and I wanted to write more. So I had to reduce it to below 500 because I was thinking that, okay, let me stay within 500. Only for the lecturer to tell me that I could have written more, I could have, so yeah, so since then, I write more. I just write more. If I need to write more, I write more. Okay, and I've never been penalized for it. And I don't know anybody, I've never had anybody being penalized for writing more. Okay, so write more if you can write more, but don't write less. Okay, yeah, and follow the rubrics. Okay, ensure you cover everything within the assignment instructions and rubrics. Okay, so if you can do that, you're good. All right, so how many proton exams do we have? So I think in total we have about 3 proton exams. So we have 6070 proton exam in 6070. We have proton exam in 6110. We have proton exam in 6140. So 3 proton exams in total. And for those doing, I think cybersecurity, there's a proton exam in cybersecurity, and I think for other specialization courses you have proton exam. But in core MBA there are just 3 proton exams. So we have one in 6070. You have one in 6110, that's organizational strategy. 6070 is leadership and organizational development, and then you have one in 6140, that's business capstone. So just 3 proton exams, except if they've added more, but just 3, yeah, for now. And they're very simple to do, very, very simple to do. Okay, so the last question. Oh, wow. It says, please, when we are stuck on any assignment, can we reach out to any of the facilitators here? Yes, you can reach out to any one of us. You can reach out on the tutorial group. Okay, I hope everybody here is on the tutorial group. So you can reach out on the tutorial group. And so, and then you can reach out to people personally. We are always ready and happy to help. All right. Wow. Thank you very much. I think that brings us to the end of this. Okay, so 2 hours 60 minutes. Okay, thank you very much, everybody who stayed from the beginning till now. Okay, I hope this has been very helpful. This has been very insightful. Initially, we wanted this to stay within just an hour. All right, we wanted to just stay within an hour. But here we are, 2 hours. Okay, but it's all for the best, and thank you so much for allowing us to help. Okay, and I pray that we experience success, progress, and and this program becomes a fun-filled experience for us, even though there are lots of stress involved. Okay, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm planning to do some video, like those videos on some tips, in the nearest future. So I'll be dropping it on this channel just to support however way I can. And then those things, the tips that we shared, The facilitators, we also drop them on the group, all right, on the tutorial group. And what else? What else? What else? Yeah, yeah. So ask the questions, reach out to us privately, or best on the group. When you ask questions on the group, even if none of us can answer, or is if none of us is unavailable to answer your question, somebody else will answer your question. And if anybody asks a question and then you know answer to the question, please kindly provide support and help. All right. Yeah, we are in this together. Thank you and have a blessed morning, a blessed afternoon, and a blessed evening. And have a productive weekend. Thank you, Mr. Christian. Thank you, Soto. I
Thank
celebrate
you so
us.
much.
I celebrate you. Yeah, thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Yeah.
Bye.